Hello friends, today I will be showing you the working of slider in MATLAB. Insert MATLAB in your GUI. Insert a static text to display the slider value. We can also take edit text in place of static text. Let's change few properties of the static text. I am changing its font size to 12, font weight to bold so that it is visible to you. I am changing its string to blank and I am changing its tag to T1. So I have changed 4 properties of the static text: its tag, its font weight, its font size and its string property. Similarly, we are going to change few properties of the slider. Here I am changing the max value to 100. Now the slider can move from 0 to 100. 0 is the minimum value and 100 is the maximum value. And I am also changing its tag value from slider 1 to S1. Another important property of slider is the slider step, which is initially set to 0.01. I am not changing this value right now. Now we are going to save our file. We have saved our file. Now we are going to do the coding on the slider callback. So we are going to callback function. Here I am changing a variable named as val. I have taken a variable named val and I am setting its value as object dot value. So val here is holding the value of slider because we are on the callback function on the slider and not object refers to the slider itself. So the slider value is being saved into val. Now we are converting that numeric value to string using num to str function. We can do these steps in one only, but for ease I am doing this in 2 steps. And finally we are setting the value of static text with the slider value. So we have done 2 things. Firstly, we have retrieved the value of slider, and secondly we have set the static text with the slider value. We are going to save our code and we are going to run our project. Here we can see a slider and it is incremented by 1 every time we move up and it is decremented by 1 every time we move down. Now I am going to show you the use of slider step property of the slider. Initially the slider step value was set to 0.01, which now I am changing to 0.05. Earlier it was 0.01 and now it is 0.05. I am saving my project again and I am running it. Now you can see the steps are of 5 units. Earlier it was of 1 unit. Now the increment which is being done or the decrement which is done is of 5 units. So this way, using the property of slider step, we are going to change the step value. But this not only is being affected by a single property. Let's say here I have changed my max value from 100 to 50. Now the range is from 0 to 50, that is the minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 50, and the slider step is 0.05. Now you can see the steps are decreased from 5 to 2.5 because the range has decreased from 0 to 50. Earlier it was 0 to 100, now the range is 0 to 50 and the slider step is 0.05. So what actually is being done here is 0.05 is multiplied by the range value, that is 50, and the steps are being calculated this way. Another important thing that we need to learn here is, if we change the minimum value from 30, say we want our slider to start from 30 and go till 60. In this case, we need to change the value to the minimum value. So if we want our slider to start from a value other than 0, we need to set its minimum value to the specific value. Like here I have set it to 30, and also we need to change the value property of the slider. So here the range has become from 30 to 60, that is 30 values will be displayed from 30 to 60, and the steps are 0.05. So we can see the output. It is being incremented. The steps are now incremented as 1.5 unit, and similarly it is incremented by 1.5 units because the step value is 0.05 and the range is only 30 values from 30 to 60. So the step values are determined by the slider step property and the range, that is the minimum value and the maximum value. Thank you.